And cue the music. We're live. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another fantastic episode of 4GQ TV. I just wanted to try that out. I never had one of those before, so I hope you enjoyed it. It was 29 seconds of torture for me, so I'll probably never do it again. But we have an awesome panel tonight, as always. We have the ever amazing Retro Renegader who has more quarters than anybody else on the Retro Renegade show. Infinite, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, how we doing? Damn right, got them quarters. Anyone
That's
want to come
right.
over and play?
Yeah.
Doing good, man. I'm excited. We missed last week's show because of Thanksgiving, and I'm ready to get back into it right now, man. Good.
That's all right. That's right. And then we have the awesome and amazing community game night co-leader, Animated Evil, for the UK people. Oh, you couldn't find him?
Yeah, I thought that when you said someone awesome was coming, I thought someone had turned up behind me. Yeah, thanks for that intro, clowns. Yeah, it's good to be here. Great to see you guys. Infinite clowns.
Yeah.
Cerebral when he comes back. Awesome to be here. Yeah, happy.
And then Cerebral, are you back yet? Looks like his mic is moving a little bit there, but I don't know if he's trying to say anything. Is it like an SOS signal? Anybody picking up on that?
Yeah, it's exactly Morse code.
Yeah, I'm thinking Morse code. Cerebral Paul, you okay, buddy? Any aliens in the area? You've been abducted?
He said he'd be right back, so maybe.
Yeah, he did.
He just left his big guy. He's probably left his mute height or hot. That's all. He's still on, catching up background frequencies, probably noise.
Yeah, I just like to mess with our buddy over there. So we have some topics tonight, but also I want to announce, thanks to the Retro Renegator who holds the most quarters out of anybody else, we're doing a special giveaway today. And to enter the giveaway, once I start it, is going to be !Halo. And what we are giving away is a Beckett certified signed copy of Cortana by Jen Taylor. You can find her on Jen Taylor Town on Twitter. And she's a really awesome person. And she hopefully one day will come on for an interview with us. Steve has tried, so I'm hoping we get that. But, maybe eventually. So everybody in the chat, you know the secret keyword. What's up, Dave? How's it going? But today's topics is want to talk about the war on scalping. Congressmen and senators are trying to pass a new bill. We're going to talk about some of the Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals, if anybody's picked up anything. And also just some of our OG memories on Xbox, since it was the 20th anniversary recently. I think that would be really cool to talk about. Paul, are you alive? I think he is trying to talk, and maybe we just can't hear him.
No, private chat's open. Let's see if he's put anything in there. Speaking of 20-year anniversary, we can leave with that if you want. The memories they did.
Yeah, I mean that was really cool, right? So
I thought it was fantastic. I'm really glad they did. They skipped out the last 2 years, right? Of doing anything like achievement wise or year review type wise, right? The last 2 years we haven't had one.
I thought we had. Maybe we haven't. I don't know. I thought we did.
I think the last one we had it was Forza 4 was the last time we had when Forza 4 launched. That's the last one I know for sure because I was amazed by how many hours I had into that game in such that short period of time.
Yeah, so Infinite, tell us about your OG Xbox memories and maybe some things that popped up in there that reminded you of the old days.
Oh, well, obviously, I mean, this being 20th anniversary with the new Halo launching, I mean, we know how that works, right? OG memories, obviously, I never owned the original Xbox, unfortunately. I was playing PC a lot of time at that time, and I was a good PlayStation fanboy at that time. There's no doubt about that. But playing the original Halo, oh man, Spy Hunter, those two games just bring back so many memories for me.
Yeah, the original Spy Hunter, man.
Spy Hunter on the Xbox, regular Spy Hunter arcade. We talk about the Retro Renegades over here, all right? We'll do that all day long, but the Spy Hunter, the reincarnate they did on Xbox was so good. I wish they'd redo it, but they never will. Unfortunately, I don't think they ever will.
You don't think so?
No,
you don't
I
think
don't
we'll
think
ever
they
get
ever will. I think we would
Huh?
have had one by now.
Okay, fair enough. Um, Anime Evil, did you have any memories pop up for you?
Um, yeah, the show when it goes back to sort of the OG Xbox and stuff, and when they go through the way how Xbox has sort of come along, I was like, oh wow, I played that, oh wow, and it brought up so many sort of memories and emotions. Do you know when you're thinking, oh yeah, that was a real good memory and stuff, and it just brought me back to how I first started on Xbox and the passion those guys felt when they're talking about it and stuff is exactly why I'm invested in that sort of this platform because I was always a PlayStation guy back in the day. Um, I moved in with my best friend when I was a youngster. We moved in two young bachelors together, and he brought his Xbox with him, and I'd never played Xbox before. And it was that moment when I played Full Spectrum Warrior on the original Xbox. It converted me, and I've never been back. And I've always felt the same passion. That whole thing was about the passion for the brand, wasn't it? And yeah, it sort of thought, yeah, this is exactly why I play it because of that passion. It's just exactly the same as the way I feel. So yeah, it brought up some very fond memories. Very fond memories.
When I think about the OG Xbox, I think about that was the first time I was introduced to kind of being in a gaming clan. And a lot of people may not know this, but our clan on the original Xbox was actually very popular. Like very popular. Like, at the time there was gamertagpicks.com and that was a huge website. Um, and we were voted one of the hottest clans and had some of the hottest members. We subbed for the Pink Clan. Well, I did out of my clan. We had the Frag Dolls play with us on Rainbow Six Black Arrow at the time. We did a lot of team compete and a lot of game battles, even though like essentially it really meant nothing back then, to play those things. It was just like for fun. But you had refs in there and you have people kind of like watching your every move and calling stuff out. And it was just so great because our clan was so large, we had to split it up into multiple game battle clans. Like we were banning all hope, and then we had AH2, AH3. We had like 32 members in each one, and it was just insane the amount of stuff. And all the refs on game battles before it was MLG like knew us. So anytime we had a problem with another clan, it was like, oh well, did you say they were cheating? And we'd be like, yeah, they wall glitch. Okay, they're disqualified. Like it was just so cool, and it wasn't like we were just lying about it. Like I mean, we'd call them out on stuff, and they would just take our word for it. We wouldn't even need to submit proof. They liked us so much. Um, it was just, I mean, it was a whole different time, I think. And then Ubisoft had their own leaderboards as well for weekly competitions. And what else did I play? I played Halo 2. And the funny story about Halo 2 for me was I wasn't really a Halo fan, right? I wasn't really big into Halo back then, and I should have been more because the people at the time, I remember one of the guys coming in the party from my clan, and they said, "Oh yeah, there's these guys recording videos of Halo, and they're talking to each other, and they're making animations, and GameStop's going to sell the discs." And I'm like, "What the? What are you talking about? Like, why would people buy that kind of stuff?" Turns out that was the original Red versus Blue. So I could have had an opportunity to be like a background character in there, and I turned it down, thinking it was just the bad thing to do. I didn't think it was going to go anywhere. And wow, what else? What else memory? I had a memory of Major Nelson. I was in a lobby with him on Rainbow Six Black Arrow, and I used the voice function. You could change your voice, and I was like, "Major Nelson, how are you?" And he was just like, "Okay, there's immature people here. I'm leaving." He was just like out of there. But man, yeah, it was. I mean, the OG Xbox. There was just so much fun back then because it was really your first connection to the outside world. Like the Xbox Live features, it worked great compared to other systems. It was better than some of the PC connections at the time. Like I tried to play Postal with some kid in Germany on the PC, and it was like terrible. But I'd hop on the Xbox and I'd play you know, Black Arrow or Halo with him, and it was fine. Like there was no issues. Like it was just, man, it was pretty smooth for for tech back then. And then they started up that X-Link Kai website that also did like side things for Xbox. You can connect her there and play with other people off the unofficial, Xbox servers. I don't know. It's just a crazy time. There's so much going on. So many people experimented with that console. You could actually send in. I don't know if you guys remember this in the chat, but you could send in your console to different companies, and they would add RAM to it, or they would change the processor, and it would still work. You guys remember stuff like that?
No,
Never on
no,
the OG Xbox. No.
Yep. And then
never heard of that.
there were mods that community members made where you could put LCD screens. You would pop open the case, and there would be like a place where, like you'd put it in between the two shells, and it would be an LCD screen, and you could solder it onto the board and the power supply, and it would tell you like what you're playing on an LCD screen. Like that was a
I
cool
do remember
mod.
seeing. I do remember seeing those. I remember seeing the LED lights with the clear screens back in the day. I'm like, what kind of lights are those?
Yeah,
Now we have LEDs everywhere, but back in the early 2000s, it was like, man, this is amazing.
yeah. Like, how do I solder this on my board? Like, that was so cool. And then there was the other mod that people were doing at the time, which was a pretty hard mod, and it depended on your USB controller, but they would take out the proprietary connections for the OG Xbox controllers, and they would put in USB controllers. They put in USB ports. So I thought that was kind of cool. I mean, I just have so many memories, man. Like this was the original Xbox for me was the place to be. I'd rush home from work just to get on it. Sick days at work just to get on it. Did you guys have any of those days where you just didn't go to work because you wanted to be on Xbox Live?
Yeah, we did the
I still do.
review. Yeah, no doubt. The 360 on ODST, we played. Me and the old lady, we both called off work. We rented it. This is how long ago it was. We rented it the night before, played it throughout the night, called the next days off, took the kids to daycare, sat home all day, finished up the campaign, and then when I saw the memory, it was like first campaign played on the 360. It was ODST. I'm like, yes, it was. That was the first game we bought. We got some money from the grandparents for Christmas, and we went and grabbed it. Happy to pick and shit. Tell you what.
So I don't those features you mentioned, Carl. I don't think we had them in the UK because back then, I mean, it still isn't the most popular console in the UK, Xbox. But the OG Xbox, none of my friends had it. I was like the only one. Of all my friends, everybody was PlayStation around me, and it was only because obviously I moved in with my best mate, and he brought an Xbox, and it's where I am. But those features you were mentioning, I don't think we'd have got them in the UK, but they do sound good. Getting more RAM and stuff like that, that'd be cool. That'd have been cool, really cool. I mean, we didn't even do a lot of online back on the OG Xbox. Not really. We just played some single player games.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never played it online either.
I went online probably with the 360.
That's what I was saying there. But that was the first console I owned. But my cousin owned the OG Xbox, and we never played it online either. We didn't have broadband at the time. I think we just had dial up.
Oh man,
Yep.
that's
Agreed, yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I was using Net Zero back in the day. $10 a month.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It'll probably been back then dial up for us as well because it would have been.
That's how it wasn't in our neighborhood.
We're a little behind. We're only a little small island after all. But yeah, never use the OG Xbox online at all. Never.
Wow.
Thinking back, nope. I mean, I didn't even play. I didn't even get into the Halo stuff because I was never a first-person shooter guy. I was always third person, over the shoulder kind of thing.
Yeah, that's our PlayStation roots for you, isn't it, buddy?
Yeah,
that's how it was for me too.
Yeah, that's all those years on Tomb Raider.
I play them now, but I tell you what, I did play them then.
Yeah, it's all those years on Tomb Raider on the PlayStation 1. That's the problem.
I love the.
God, that game looked so good, didn't it?
I love the what you call it. You guys remember Midnight Club Dub Edition?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
because I think there's a 360 version also, but
He is. Yep.
Yes.
on the OG Xbox, and like when my cousins would come over, I'd play that, and I remember like to get the I think it was a secret at the time, the police car, and I loved to hit the sirens on that thing. I was so immature, man. Like on the original Xbox. Wow, even you stinking, and I know you were around for Xbox Live. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I loved
He
Xbox.
probably didn't have. He probably had dial up as well.
Well, we had at the time we had Comcast. They just rolled in with the 100 megabytes down, 10 megabytes up at the time, and I essentially had it for the PC because I wanted a fast connection. You know, because I mean, who didn't hear of those online services that Jay Metallica took down? um, so I told the cable guys like, hey, listen, run a line into my bedroom because I got this thing called the Xbox, and it's got a port in the back that I want to plug this in and play online. And I mean, that was it for me from there. Like I met so many friends on that I went and saw in real life. Met some real crazy personalities from the OG Xbox, like real crazy people. Have you guys met any insane people throughout your career?
Sure, we all have. But I played a lot of PC when I first started gaming with other people. I was playing Ultima Online at the time.
Okay, I need to test. Am I hearable now?
Oh, you
Yes,
are
Paul.
here.
Hello.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
Yeah.
Speaking of
I
OG
definitely need
Xbox
to
in the
replace
background.
my power supply on my PC. Decides which parts it wants to run and doesn't want to run. I got to replace it soon. So more money, more money, more money. So,
Paul, that you saw my daughter in the background, right?
yeah.
She's famous on TikTok, by the way. She hates when I tell people that. But
Oh.
she has like over 1.5 million views on a video, 2.1 million on another.
Nice.
Tell me your secrets.
I know, right? I said, "Hey,
Yeah,
come on
yeah,
the
yeah.
show. Bring your fans on." No, I don't want to do that, Dad. I'm not collabing with you. Collabing with you, as the cool kids say. You know, Paul. What are some of your stories about the OG Xbox, man?
It was heavy. Oh, but it wasn't my brother. Oh, wait, no, that's not right either. Um, I actually, even though according to my museum, I never touched the OG Xbox, which is not true. Um, I probably got it close to launch. And I do remember playing Halo and some of the other games that came out when it first came out. I didn't do the online stuff very much. Some of the guys that I had come over to my house would have me set up the online stuff, and they were teenagers and stuff, and I'm like, do not get me banned. I swear to God, if you don't knock it off, I will strangle you with this cord. You know, so taught them from an early age not to be a mouthy little jackwad on the live servers. You know, but yeah, I enjoyed it. You know, I've always been a video gamer from PC to different consoles. You know, I go way back to Pong and the Atari 2600. Um, the OG Xbox. See, there's no real. See, there are games that stand out for me, but I can't necessarily remember which console they were on. I'm not that focused on details, as far as, I'm not a good storyteller that can sit there and go, yeah, back in my day, no, I'm not that kind of guy. So, but I do remember the original big old, I love the original big controller because I got big hands. So I
The
actually like that
Duke.
when the S controller came out, I was like, what is this thing for like little kids or something? What the hell? You know. So it was a shock. I've gotten used to the size of the new controllers now, but yeah, I missed the big old boy, the Duke. I think that's what they called it. Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah,
Duke. Yeah.
and the wired controller that your friends would trip over, and you were glad there was that breakaway cable so the console didn't come flying down to the floor.
Oh yeah.
At the same time, it would right when you're in the middle of something really important, and that snap, son of a, because the game wouldn't stop going just because the controller unhooked back then either, you know. And you're probably also yelling, "Get out of my way! I can't see the TV!" Right about that same instant.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
Listen to Paul brag about his hand size. Graphic God says.
Yeah,
Uh, so I
It's
mean, there were
not that
times
kind of show. We got to be nice.
that I know this is pretty bad, but in the middle of some of the matches that I had for Black Arrow, I'd put my daughter on the controller because I know she'd keep it moving, so I wouldn't get kicked. And at the time, she couldn't say more than like "goo goo gaga ga ga," So I'd put her in the chair that was like humongous for her, put the headset on her, and say, "Here's the controller, just move it around." And I'd say, "Don't say anything about dad not here," because I didn't. Yeah, I had to get up and get something to drink or something, and she would just take over for me. And I remember I come back one time, and all my clanmates were like, "What happened to you, clowns?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" Uh, you were just walking in the walls,
I
like
thought,
you were just like,
I, I
What were
thought
you
you could just
doing?"
say you suddenly got a lot better.
No,
That's what I was
Yeah, that would
expecting.
have been worse.
That's
Yeah,
plausible.
you were kicking everybody's butt. Yeah.
That's plausible.
That's what I was expecting.
no, she walked into grenades and stuff and died, and I mean, but hey, yeah, I had to put her on there. I had to do something. Man, just guys, there are so many memories for me, and I wish everyone experienced it. Shay, if you have any memories from the OG Xbox being online, paste them down below. I know your Sega Genesis memories, but man, the Xbox for me was like a night and day changer because it really made me more social as well. I didn't really like to be social. And getting the fact that I was hearing people from all over the world because I'd stay up on Xbox a long time. I'd be on like 16 hours some days, and I'd be talking to people like in Russia or like Colombia. And yeah, they had bad connections. It would be like you half the time couldn't hear everything they said. It'd be spotty, but it was just a ton of fun. And especially when they got mad at you because there's nothing they could do from those countries to you. So, oh
Yeah.
man, good times, good times.
Well, I did do some multiplayer back then, but I didn't like it because it was so toxic. If you were, if you were bad, they made sure you knew it. It's like, it's like, nope, I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, after a while, I just withdrew. I did the opposite of you. You got into the online. I withdrew from it after a while because I just, having that same 8-year-old tell me how bad I am, and I'm going, well, yeah, at least I bought my own console, you little freak.
That would tell them all the time too, no doubt.
Mama says Infinite and Adam and Eve are rocking the same hair. Am I rocking the same hair? I'm kind of curious, like, because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
very much so.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, very
y'all
much
have
so.
that.
Very much so. Come on, Paul, where
Y'all
you
have
at,
that
buddy?
high-headed
Where you
widow's
at?
peak. Y'all have that high-headed widow's peak thing going
Hey,
on.
I'll take that as a compliment, Mama. Eddie's a good looking guy. I'll be his twin.
I was going to say you're much better looking. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. I've got the opposite thing going on. I'm, down past my shoulders over here, and
wait. So should I say shave my beard too, like to be like
you would
you
probably.
guys?
I
Yeah,
bet you would be so
we
baby
we
faced if you shaved your
me and
beard. Man.
Animated definitely have coiffed our beards a little bit more than we should have this wintry time, but you haven't trimmed. You'd think we would trim in the summertime, not in the wintertime.
Yeah.
But obviously
I,
we
I took the lot off. It was.
I did too.
I looked homeless. I
You look
trimmed
what?
it.
Bunch
I
of
trimmed
homeless.
it.
Okay.
I did. I looked homeless. Yeah. I trimmed it. Looked in the mirror and thought, "That's got to go."
I did the same thing.
Yeah. It'll come
Yeah,
back
you
though.
know.
Don't worry. It'll
I
come
was
back.
like quitters.
Mama, if you're like my mother, you can probably grow facial hair better than most guys. No, but that's another story. But
My mother's Italian.
my
She has a
mother
nice
does
little
no
stash
shave.
going on all the time.
Yeah.
She's always waxing it.
yeah, my mother does no shave November, and she looks like cousin It by the end. But
My
I love
my
it.
my sister, she's got some of the hair genes on the Italian side too. So she gets a little mustache and she gets so angry. Like if she forgets to take care of it after 2 days, it like starts to grow in a little bit, and she is so pissed when she forgets. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I got
my
the
mom-
the hairy Italian gene
that's how I learned
myself.
about that. I used to wonder why there were always these these little dishes of wax next to the stove and stuff, and it was my mother's, facial wax for waxing off her mustache
How
and
the,
stuff.
how the hell did we get off subject?
we're Italians. We talk about facial hair.
That's exactly
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I know. Mama doesn't have any facial hair yet. Infinite.
No, she said yet.
Yeah.
If you're seeing the pretzel rocks in the chat,
Yeah,
that
it's from the
is
other channel. Yeah,
it's from the other channel. It's still going 24/7. Yeah, the
I was
music's
going
not
to mention that because I clicked on a link and I went there by accident. Oh, that one's still going. Okay.
Yeah, so remember everybody, it's !Halo to win that certified signed Beckett copy. If you guys really don't want to try to win it, I mean, we'll
There's
give it
one
away
of us on the panel here.
Twitter.
There's one of the. Oh, sorry.
You guys. Yeah, it says I have it active. Let's see. Did it pick up Infinite? Oh no, because he's a mod. It didn't pick him
Yeah.
up. So it has to be
Yeah, it
non-modded
doesn't-
people.
I just put it in there so everybody can see it.
All right, let's see. Does it work for Dave?
Dave did it. Dave, did you get any feedback or a message?
Yep, it says Dave's in there. And it
Yeah,
also
there
says
you go, Dave.
Shizno's in there. Yep.
Is no elite?
Yep.
Good man. Good man.
Infinite, it says you're in there too, even though.
Oh, probably because I put it in there.
Dave's trying to cheer. Infinite's
Hey,
trying to
hey,
cheat.
hey.
I'm
just saying.
Hey.
If I got a chance, I got a chance, all right?
Okay.
We are not re-rolling. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm waiting for Flamish in Disguise to come in.
Yeah.
Flamish's girlfriend's gonna be watching the show. Oh,
We probably wouldn't even realize it
probably wouldn't.
because she would speak Dutch and not English.
Hey, give me a second. We'll go see if I can round that up and I can put it on camera.
Hey, Shizno, welcome. What are you cooking for dinner, Shizno?
Hopefully, it's something. Every time I think it's dinner now, I think of like pastas. Paul,
Yeah, I
since you've
know.
been on the show, that's all I think about. Big ziti, chicken parm, eggplant parm, penne.
I know. See, in the Italian household I grew up, we had none of that because my mom can't cook. I got the only Italian in America who can't cook.
What?
Yeah,
Did you get?
I'm serious.
Did you get the Elio's pizza as a kid? Then?
No, got none of that. No.
Not even
See,
that stuff, huh?
Like her mother and my grandmother and her mother and my I don't know what she is. I guess she's also my great grandmother on my father on my mother's side. They can all cook Italian. I had Italian food when I would go to their house, but my mother, no. My mother used to make pastaroni, and I swear to God, she left it in the box when she boiled it.
Oh no, my mom was a great cook.
It's like, Mom, it's not supposed to be one gigantic clump when you put a fork in it, okay? It's not.
Paris says in the chat to celebrate because on Facebook we have 15K followers.
Ooh,
And that
congratulations.
is fantastic. I'm very excited about that.
Wow.
Super excited. We are growing on Facebook. People. So if you're not, with us on Facebook, go ahead and join us there. Also, I think this should work, hopefully. Hopefully the bot puts it in properly. Let's see what happens with that sub command. It's maybe delayed. There we go. What's up, Pixel Slapper? Pixel, we're giving away the signed copy of Cortana. So you got to type in !Halo, and then you'll be in on it. We got Dave and Shizno in on it so far.
Yep. Mr. Barton.
Yeah. Paris, just a reminder, you're not eligible. Don't try it, all right? We're watching you. We are watching you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. Hey, I think every Halo fan, Xbox fan is excited to try out that campaign. Something that looks a little bit different, and it's getting a lot of rave reviews from the community. Xbox
it's
is
Halo
on
next
fire.
week. I forgot Halo was next week. Oh
It's
wait, no.
just, do you know? Yeah, exactly. There's just so much right now that's
Yeah, I know.
it's just not. You're not sure what to play. It's crazy.
Infinite will answer any questions about the
Yeah,
giveaway on behalf of
I
the
think
channel.
anybody could be. Well, how are you working it? I guess that's explain the rules and
Just
how we're gonna
just
give out
exclamation point
this
Halo
beautiful
and
piece.
No, she
and
about that. Mama Rock is asking if she's eligible to enter, and I don't see why not.
I don't see why not. It's open for anybody. Animated, Saber Paul, Flamish, anybody who's on part of the panel, knock yourselves out. If you guys want to win, I don't see why not. It's a gift from me, so it's not really big from the channel. I don't give a how we work it.
yep, Infinite makes the rules.
Yeah,
As,
And Night
as much
we
as
can
much
give
as
it. I
part of
don't
me
bother me
wants
none.
to,
It
as much
depends.
as part
I
of me
don't.
wants to, I'm going to let it go to one of our listeners. One of our
Yeah.
Yeah,
listeners.
that's
Snap.
how I see
Snap.
it. If it goes to me,
Snap.
I'm just gonna give it to somebody. Who
well,
checks
because
in.
you already have it.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Good point.
You know, if you win it, you're gonna save on
Yeah,
postage. You know,
exactly. But no,
Do you know what? Do you know what?
I would re-roll it anyways. I just wanted to put it in the chat. To put it in the chat. But
It will
I don't
look
mind
good. It
either
will
way.
look good on another shelf there. I think. Do you know what I mean? It would look really good. It
there
would.
you go.
It would look good on another shelf right there. But no, it's okay. Let one of the watchers get it. It's fine.
So the way that it will work is after you answer the exclamation point, when I decide to roll it, Nightbot is actually going to be the one to choose the winner, and then Nightbot announces it in the channel. That's the way it should work. And if it doesn't
That's
work
the way
the
it
first
should be.
time, and
I like that. Did she? Mama Rock says if she grows a beard, can she enter? Hey, if you can grow a beard between now and the end of the show, you win. Okay, I'm just
win at life.
yeah. So everybody in the panel, I mean, Black Friday passed, Cyber Mondays, and I guess Cyber Monday is still extending throughout the week. Anybody pick up anything cool, anything fun, anything exciting?
I
I
didn't.
picked
I
up Walkabout Golf on VR. That was my Black Friday excitement.
How was it
right
last
there.
night?
It was fun. It's difficult for me. But I kind of expected that. But with a little bit of more play, I'll get better. It's going to be another one of those games that I'm never going to be as good as you guys. But as long as we have fun. I just wish there was a command where I could visibly look like I'm throwing my club across the lake, because that's kind of what I needed last night. You know, push the button, watch the club go flying. You know that.
I
What's
was
cool is
able.
if I really wanted to, I could stream it. The only reason that I would have trouble streaming VR, I would need somebody in my ear actually watching the chat, because I wouldn't be able to see the chat. But the way my setup is, I can actually push it to my PC and then stream it out my system. So,
well, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
So I looked at the sales on the Microsoft Store and stuff, and everything that was on sale that I would want, I already own. I was a little bit disheartened because I realized Tales of Arise went on sale, and I've only just bought that at full price. It's like, really? If I'd only waited a fortnight. But there's some good games in there, but it's either games I've played and finished or games I've already owned. So I was a little bit disappointed with the sale list. Just in my personal sort of experience. So I didn't pick up anything at all. I've spent nothing on games this weekend, which is not right.
Hey,
I should,
if you want to, my birthday's coming up in a couple of weeks. If
you send me a list, Paul. We'll see what we can do.
I've already got the Amazon list going. I'll send you the link.
He said he already has the Amazon list going. I'll send you a link.
Have you sent your list to Santa? That's the question.
Yes, I have. Yes,
I can't buy you anything that's on your list to Santa, because he'll have nothing for you.
That's a good point. Wicked way to look at things. I'll tell my kids that next year.
No,
Yeah,
Santa
so, no,
told
I-
me. Santa
yeah,
told
I
me
bought
you
it.
better have a fireplace because you're getting a lot of coal. I was like, well, that's kind of rude, but okay.
Yeah, that, like I said, the sales were good. There was plenty of things to buy, but I either own it or I finished it or the game's not for me. So unfortunately, not bought anything. But I am upset with the fact that Tales of Arise has gone on sale and I paid full price.
The funny thing is, and this is kind of a side subject, but I'm almost afraid to buy anything on Xbox nowadays because 3 months later it ends up on Game Pass anyway. You know, it's like
That's true too.
There's always that. There's always
Yeah.
that possibility, isn't there? But if you
I'm-
want to play
I'm-
something and it's there, then you buy it. If it comes on
I
Game
mean,
Pass,
look, the Alien game is coming to Game Pass. You know,
that
Well,
Alien
yeah,
Fire
Alien
Six.
Fire Team. Yeah,
Fireteam is coming to Game Pass in 2 weeks, and that came
That's
out only a
huge.
few months ago. Yeah.
Huge. Yep. It's a huge
See,
grab.
I
And that
have,
wasn't a full price title to pick up, was it? That was $40, right?
Yep.
I think so,
US
yeah.
dollars.
It
I'm not
was-
sure what you guys had it animated. I don't know how they worked it out
Yeah.
for you guys. I'm sorry, but yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
a full price title. I know a lot of people played it. I didn't play it because I believe Game Pass came out with a few other games around that time, and I didn't end up playing it.
See, the thing is, as well,
it's actually, I'm looking forward to it. I've watched a lot of my friends play it. I know everybody's going to be playing other games, but I'm looking forward to try at least getting a chance to mess around in it a little bit.
Likewise.
yeah. The thing is, as well, I'm kind of spoilt a little bit because the guy I game share with, if something goes on sale, he'll buy it. So I've pretty much got there's loads and loads of games I've not played, not going to play. So the deal
all
is
you
that
guys that game share make me
Yeah.
jealous. I don't game share with anybody.
the deal is that so if a AAA game comes out and we want it, I'll buy it. He bums off my Game Pass. He logs me in, downloads a game, so that kind of thing. I think he's got Game Pass about 2 or 3 times. I've got Game Pass 2 or 3 times, but he hasn't got it himself. So, and then anything on sale, he'll buy, so we can both play it. So we have the sort of best of both worlds. So, like I said, anything that was on sale this week, I either own or we're not going to play it, or we have played it. How about you, clowns? Did you pick up any bargains? Anything you want to talk about?
Well, okay, so I have a couple things that I did this Black Friday, Cyber Monday. One, I got the G.I. Joe game for $3 from Walmart. I figured I'd try it out. I mean, $3,
$3.
right? $3 to play through the story.
I've thrown more pennies away than that.
Yeah, I mean, so I'll give that a shot. Also, I had bought a controller at GameStop a while ago, like November 13th, and then I saw that their controllers were on sale and I never opened it. So I took it back, and the guy's like, "Oh man, I can't give you back your $15 in coupons that you used off your points." He's like, "If I didn't give you back the product guard plan and the price of controller you paid, right?" And I was like, "Okay, I mean, how does that work out?" And I ended up with $6 more. So the exchange netted me $6 from GameStop. So I was like, okay, I'll take it, right? That's $6 Xbox
Let me think
credit.
about that. Okay.
Yep. And the other thing that happened was a while ago, before, a little bit before Black Friday, Target was doing the sales on the Forza Horizon controllers. And I was like, oh man, I really want one of these. And Jay was talking about it a lot. Graphic God. And I was like, oh man, he's so lucky he got one. Hey, what's up, Timmy? Exclamation point Halo for the contest, buddy. You can win that signed copy. So I was like, man, I really want this controller. And I went ahead and I waited a few days. And then Target was like, oh, it's back up to $74. Like, you know what? I'm just going to have to get it because I'll probably never find it anywhere else. So I ordered it. Well, the thing was supposed to be here November 26th. It got stuck in shipping. It's delayed due to shipping delays. However, it's still in the process of moving along the exciting UPS delivery route. And I contacted Target and I was like, oh, the controller's not here yet. And they're like, you know what? You know what we'll do for you? It's the holidays. We'll just refund your whole purpose. Keep the controller when it arrives. Sorry for the delay.
Nice.
So I'm getting a free Forza Horizon controller. I can't complain,
Awesome. I love when they do that.
Nice.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
those-
scored
Kind of like me getting
got a
that's like
Series
Microsoft
X,
replacing my
but I
headset
did
for
it
free.
through
Yeah.
their app or through their email they sent everybody. That was pretty nice to do. I think
Yep.
I think Stinkin got one as well. Got an email, said, hey, we got one here for you waiting. pick it up at your earliest convenience. And then I opened up the email. I picked out a controller in a game and another Series X console, and that's going to my daughter this Christmas, my eldest. I got my son his Xbox Series X back in like June. I'm like, it's still sitting in a box waiting. So that's when I start Christmas shopping. I start Christmas shopping in the summer. That way, you don't have to worry about Black Friday sales or all that anxiety and issues and stress that entails. Hard pass.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, there was just so many things I really did want to buy, and sometimes you have to pace yourself because again before the holiday season, before Christmas and all that other stuff, it's going to go on sale again. Like there's going to be other sales, and you're going to be like, oh, I should have waited for this one, or oh, I missed this one.
Yeah,
Axel, you're in it. So
Yep.
Congratulations, you're in the contest, buddy.
So anybody wants in, type it exactly like Axel just did right there.
Yep. Be like Axel and enter the
Be
contest.
like Axel.
Dave Barton, Shizno, and Axel have pretty high chances because
No doubt. Hey, it is what it is. I think we're gonna keep doing this on a regular base.
Yeah, I've done that. I've entered contests like that before with like me and one other guy, and as a creator, you have to honor your word. You can't say, well, there has to be at least this many people,
Nope.
Yeah, and if them guys are here on a religious base, I have no issue with problems if they win it.
Nope.
So
everybody in there has a chance. If they choose not to enter, it's because they want it to go to somebody else. So
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, so to all, I know that there's a lot of viewers right now from Verkante in Russia as well.
I'll ship it to Russia. They got the address.
Yeah, so if you are in Russia and you want to enter this contest, and you are just listening to us, or you're from India listening to us, type it in. I mean, you guys can still win. We're not going to cut you out.
Axel's trying to win a sub to Hulu. I don't know what that's about.
Oh, yeah, he's trying to throw him off just in case. I see what he's doing. Mama, if you want to enter too, I mean, there's not a lot of entries. So
yeah, Mama, we said you're more than welcome to enter. And you don't even have to grow the beard.
Animated, you're more than welcome to. It was nothing special. Yeah. Just a quick, easy giveaway.
Yeah, and thanks to Infinite for doing this on the channel, man. Appreciate it, buddy.
We'll give one away next week. Maybe we'll do the Overwatch Farah one, or maybe we'll do a Funko Pop signed by the one that does for Lifeline, or we'll do Funko Pop signed by Bob from for what is it? Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, nice.
We'll do something. We'll start giving them out to the end of the year. Why not? Every week.
Just to make a few more people enter. I've entered as well. So
Timmy,
on, guys, you're gonna get it before I do.
It's like Timmy doesn't want to enter, and I know he's always up for this stuff. Timmy, you gonna enter? Come on, Timmy.
Not unless you go, Timmy.
Timmy.
Yeah, when we hook up next time, let me know. I got some Marvel signed stuff too. I got stuff signed from Mandalorian. I got signed by Iron Man's daughter, whoever played her. I got a bunch of Marvel stuff signed. So as well as DC too.
Nice
stuff I don't use. I don't care for. Not people I look over. So.
Oh, okay. Why did YouTube do that to Pixel? I think that's funny. Do the no pants dance.
Do the no pants dance.
So Paris also put in the chat. We'll be doing a holiday giveaway soon.
Yeah, as I said, if Paris wants to do something, I got plenty to add with it, buddy.
Yep.
A lot of Marvel stuff for you guys' Marvel show.
Our show.
Tune in and win. That's going to be the tagline, man. Tune in to win.
Yep.
Should that be our new tagline?
Will be in 3
that
weeks.
should be. That should be it for the rest of the. We should do it. Next 3 weeks, we'll give away gifts on all the shows. Let's do it.
We have a surprise guest, everybody.
Hey, Jago.
Jago.
Oh, no. I'm breaking my one podcast a week rule. No, I'm
yes, yes, buddy.
I'm surprised he jumped in.
No,
Series that he picked up on Black Friday, waited 2 hours in line for.
Now hang on, Jago. Renegades is not a podcast. We've made
Oh,
that very clear.
This
I
is true. This is
know,
true.
I know. That's why I'm breaking it.
So, Jago, man, tell us some of your OG Xbox memories.
Oh, I've drank those away by now for clowns. I don't remember anything. No, no. Gee, God, where to start? Well, of course, I got the original Xbox. I'm looking at it right now for Halo. Day one for Halo. I don't have all the like certain memories a lot of you guys have, because I was living with my parents after the military at the time, and I believe it or not, I never plugged it up to online because they had shit dial up. So that was a
Mhm.
single player box for me, but I still loved it.
Well, I think the
Um,
OG Xbox had the broadband connection, right?
it did,
They
yeah, it
had
did, yeah. My parents had
yeah
shit internet
had
though,
the
so
RJ45 cable on it. Didn't
yeah,
didn't have the telephone. Yeah.
yeah, it was shit. But I mean, it was. It's all about Halo, and first time I saw that, I was like, "Holy crap, dude! This is something different right here. I want to play with this green space marine." uh, and then
Yeah.
I missed a lot of. I mean, I missed a lot of games too because I worked so much back then. Like I've never played KOTOR. People are like, "Oh no, you never played KOTOR?" No, never played KOTOR.
Wow.
I've got it now, but I still haven't gone. I tried to go back to it, but it looks like ass. I can't. Probably get the
Well,
remake
what you
on
need to do is
PlayStation.
find an old TV and then relive the true experience.
No, no, Paul. No, Paul. No, Paul.
Paul's going down memory lane with the tube TVs, huh? You really got the CRTs, tube TVs.
CRTs, yeah, CRTs, man.
Yeah, those were the days
I
when you
didn't.
could when things looked different and they looked good for 480p.
I didn't miss out on the guy game though. That's all that matters.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
I've got some. I've got all the Halos. I've played all the Halos except for the RTS ones.
Nice.
I played. What was it? One of my favorite games. I wish I had never got rid of it. Was the one with Bruce Lee, Way of the Dragon, or whatever it was called back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Um, Hulk, of course, Hulk Ultimate Destruction was awesome, and it's still awesome to this day. I was all over the place. I mean, I was always I've told this story more than one time, but I've always had multiple consoles. I had the PlayStation at the same time. So, I mean, I've been all over. I mean, my gaming experience has been all over the place over the years. But my main, I've said it before and I'll say it again, since when Sega died, Xbox kind of felt like just a natural progression of where you were supposed to go if you were a Sega fan. So, that's me.
Yes. After the Dreamcast, yes.
Yes, after the Dreamcast, yes.
Yeah. You have to. I have to agree there, mate. I have to agree.
Yep. It just, I mean, because basically the Dreamcast was almost like Xbox anyway, because Microsoft helped them put the get thing together, pretty much. But yeah, when it died, I think if you're a Sega fan, the PlayStation was great. They've always been great, whatever Nintendo, but it was kind of empty without a Sega console. And then when the Xbox came out, it just felt like a natural thing to move on to an Xbox branded console. So yeah.
I'm going to post a link on Twitter to let people know they can come in and enter the contest.
I thought about entering, but I was like, I got enough posters and
Into
crap
it.
right now.
Come
I
on.
ain't
It's a signed print by
It-
Cortana.
it
The
would
official person who voices Cortana.
it,
The
I,
person who on your PCs tell you to sign into live or make your mobile experience better on your Windows phone that no longer exists.
I would never.
That was her voice.
It probably end up getting ruined around my house, so I'm good. I'll let everybody else win it. I've got posters and stuff. I ain't got no room for.
Yeah, I hear you. That's my problem.
So yeah, we got the contest going on. I posted it on Twitter. Also, I want to let you guys know something else that I'm doing. I was really gonna try to get more people together in on this, but it didn't seem to work out that way. But I am doing something for Dizzy's son from Iron Lords for Christmas.
Nice.
So I have a whole box of personal toys I picked out from my collection, which are toys that like collectors love, like Marvel stuff. I got the Iron Man Mr. Potato Head that was hard to get. I put in there like different stuff like that for his son, and I'm gonna send that to him. So today on this show and any other shows for the month of December, I'm gonna go ahead, if there's any super chats or anything like that, I'm gonna put it towards that box just for Dizzy's son because I want him to have a good Christmas. I know what it's like when you lose a family member, especially a parent, and the holidays come around and it feels kind of empty. So I want to give him, I want to do something exciting for him. Like I want him to feel a little bit of excitement this holiday season and cheer him up as much as I can. So just want to let you guys know that. I'll probably post something on Twitter and maybe ask Graphic God to design a flyer as well. And then maybe we can do some type of Halo tournament and organize it on 4GQ TV and figure out who the refs will be. And everybody buys in for like $2 for the ladder, and then all that just goes to Dizzy's son. So that's something that I think would be pretty cool. Thanks,
Sounds
Pixel.
really good. Sounds
It's a
really
great
good.
idea. It's a
It's
great
very,
idea.
it's very commendable, that clowns.
Hey, what's up, Mav?
But yeah, y'all were talking about Black Friday pickups. I picked up a Series X myself as well at GameStop. So
Nice. Yep, that's right.
There was one available.
I had to beat off 2 midgets and a baby, but I got it. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, the baby, huh? That baby was there again.
Yeah, man. I actually got the last one they had.
That's awesome, man.
Some mom walked up with her daughter and was like, "Is there any more?" And we were like, everybody was in line was like, "We think they may have one more. You have to go ask," because they were letting us in like 4 at a time. So she walked in and she's like, "Nope, y'all got the last one." And then one of the guys, I was like, I ain't giving up my console. I've been waiting a year for this thing. I'm sorry.
He said,
One of the guys in line though, he had just picked up 2 PS5s, and he walked over to her and he actually gave her his little card thing they give you to make sure you got one. So she ended up getting his. Yeah.
I wouldn't give
Thanks
mine
so
up
much,
either.
No,
Dave.
I won't.
Thanks
I
so
won't.
much.
I won't give it mine up. I've been waiting a year for it. No.
There were actually quite a few people that picked them up during Black Friday, which was really cool. That means they're out in the wild. So
They had 22, Paul, at that one GameStop. 22 at Series X's.
Well, that's quite good. That's a positive step, isn't it? Really, 22 of them. That's a good sign.
They had more Series S's than they did Series X's, though. I think they had like 28 Series S's.
Yeah, that's been the thing.
Just for one store,
Series
huh?
S's have been,
one store.
Series S's have
Thanks
been available for like 6 months. So,
Thank you,
I mean,
Infinite.
so it's just a matter of what what people are willing to, what they feel they need. I know a lot of people who are they're holding out for the X. They know they can get an S. They're just holding out for the X.
That's what I did, Paul. Remember, I told you guys that's what I was doing. I could have had an S 6 months ago. My wife works at Walmart. The main manager in the electronics department there was like, he knows I wanted one, and she would say, he'd come up to her and like, "We got S's," and she'd send me a picture, and I'd be like, "No, I don't want the S. I don't. It don't have a disk drive.
Yeah.
No."
And I don't remember if it might have been Al who I talked him in. Well, we talked, and I said, get the S now, and then because he was going to pass it down to his kids anyway.
Yeah.
And then when he gets the X, he can, it just moves down the line because that was his plan in the long run anyway.
Well,
I think it was Al.
To be honest, if the S had a disk drive, I would have got one. When I went the first time, I could have got one. It just don't have a disk drive. That's the only reason I didn't want it.
Yep.
Cuts out too many of my games.
Yeah.
And I'm not rebuying a game I've already bought. I have
to say it would be nice if they would do, because they did it for the 360. It was a HD DVD, but they can do external drives for these systems to say if you have an S and you want to drive, pay it. Here's another $50 or whatever. Here's the drive.
Yep. I would have done something like that. Definitely.
Pixel. Oh, that's a good joke. I like that. It's pretty funny.
Oh, wow.
It's a good one.
So, Jago, did you pick anything up on Black Friday or Cyber Monday besides your ex?
No, that was my only goal. I didn't. I mean, other than the X, I mean, I had to buy a bundle. It would end up being like $775, but I end up. It came with NBA. I didn't really want NBA, but I was like, whatever, it's coming with it. NBA 2K22. I installed it. I played it about 10 minutes and immediately deleted it from my hard drive. And, and then it would, believe it or not, I wasn't going to buy the game, but it came with it. But it came with Battlefield 2042. So I was
Which
like,
you've been enjoying, so I can't wait to
yeah,
play together
yeah.
this weekend. Definitely, please.
I played it Sunday, had zero issues with it, zero. It
Nice.
played fine, man. I was having a blast with it. And then it came with, like I told you, $100 GameStop gift card, which I thought, damn, that's pretty good. And then
I would say.
then it came with the what are they again? The Razer Kraken X headsets, which I've been using since then, and they're actually pretty good for like a pair of headsets. Honestly, I was surprised.
Yeah.
I think I want to say this, and I might be wrong. So anybody in the chat, if you know better than me, please correct me. But I think Razer was one of the first companies to do 7.1 surround sound on the headset.
These are 7.1
Yep.
sound on headsets.
Nice.
Yep.
They did 7.1 surround sound even during the Xbox 2013 launch, even when games didn't support it.
Yeah,
they had it.
It says it right on the box. 7.1 surround sound is the first thing they list off as like features.
Yep, they're the ones that got everybody else to follow them in that footsteps, which is
Yep.
really cool.
To answer Mav's statement, Xbox does do that, and they have been doing it since the Xbox One. There is a code on every CD disc you buy. They have DRM on it that you have the ability to, or they might have sooner or later have the ability to change that CD code and turn it into a digital code. I think they mentioned it. Every disc they've had since Xbox One has had DRM on the disc, and that DRM can be converted to digital.
Yeah, believe it or not, too, these headsets. I mean, I've already got enough headsets, but they were only $30, and for $30, you're getting a hell of a headset. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought they were gonna be junk and I'd never use them. No, they're pretty good for what I mean. I would have paid. Now that I've experienced them, if I'd paid $80, $100 for them, I wouldn't have been pissed.
Yeah. Plus, if you activate your Dolby Atmos,
yes,
it just
I do, and they work. They use that. Use that feature fine.
Now, Jago, I know. Well, first, actually, let's see. Mav saying in the chat they were planning on doing that at the beginning, but changed after the fallout. I think because everybody was upset about the DRM.
I read that they still do the DRM on the discs. Like recently, read that they still implement DRM on the discs, so they could be individually tied to each disc that you can convert it. So.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love that.
When, but they still do it. They're still printing. They still have the DRM on each disc. Individual.
That would be very nice. Yeah.
And they did surveys a while ago too. Would you like to be able to resell some of your copy? Mm-hmm. You know, some of the copies that you bought for like 30%.
I just read within the last year or so, 2 years ago maybe. It hasn't been very long since I read a large article on Forbes about it.
Maybe they'll get that into place because with and I know a lot of people are probably tired of hearing NFTs, blockchain, and all that stuff. But I will say this: with blockchain technology, it's even more possible now than ever before to transfer something like that. If it created a blockchain on the background to transfer licenses between different users of the console. Not saying it's going to happen. It's a long wish, but it's possible. And EA already announced they're working on blockchains for games, and so did GameStop, which I find quite interesting, actually.
Yep, especially GameStop's agreement with Microsoft that's already in place.
Yep. GameStop's turned into a little at least mine looks like a little mini Microsoft store on the inside.
They needed to. That's how they're going to survive. Because, you know, the used game market is, becoming, the physical used game market is not what it used to be for them. That was their bread and butter.
Oh, yeah. I don't even recognize it now compared to what it looked like 2 or 3 years ago on the inside. It looks way fancier now on the inside. It's crazy.
Very true, Mav. At the beginning in 2013, everything was very wishy-washy because we had, Donnie D kind of like at the start, and then the push of the Kinect, and then it kind of changed over to Phil and a new leadership team. So I think a lot of things were kind of dropped and changed in that process, and probably a whole long overhaul within the company. One thing I want to say is too. I mean, Jago probably was affected by this. Is the scalping bots?
Oh yes,
I'm.
Yeah.
You
yes.
don't like those scalping bots, do you?
No, no, no. I can say some explicitives right now with some scalping bots. No, sir.
So a lot of people in the chat that are listening right now, again, type in exclamation point Halo to enter that contest. Beckett certified signed copy given away by Infinite on the channel of Cortana, Jen Taylor Town on Twitter, signed
Yep. Just,
by her, signed by the Cortana herself.
How did you get that Infinite? By the way, did you go digging through a dumpster?
no dumpster diving. Just a red pill and a pen.
Oh, okay, got you.
It might have been put in one of her nightcaps.
Wow.
Oh.
No, he was just he was just stalking her like, hey Jen, will you sign this? Jen, will you sign this?
She wakes up, it's like, why's my butt hurting? He goes, I have no idea.
Um,
Oh no. No, he probably said, "Is it a restraining order?" He said yes, and she signed it.
So
It's like that's how I got her signature. I got a copy of the restraining order, and I just copy printed it. Absolutely right. That's how it worked out.
all right, so you guys know I gotta bring it back on track. I gotta pull in your fun. I'm sorry, guys, but so the war on scalping bots, right? It's a serious thing because scalping bots have become almost like organized crime
Yes.
utilities. And what they do is they sell the bots online, 5, 6, 700, $800. You join special discords or whatever Forbes was saying. And then these bots can create multiple accounts for you. So you can have like 10, let's say Jagos, trying to get checkout at the same time of maybe 3 PlayStation 5s or Series X's, whatever it is, right? So Paul Taco, I think Senator Paul Taco, and I think Congressman Chuck Schumer, along with one other member, bipartisan, they're trying to bring a bipartisan bill where scalping bots would become illegal, just like ticket scalping became illegal. And what that would do is that would put restrictions on bot companies that are making these in the U.S., give the U.S. government authority to take them down, take down the websites, take down the sales. I mean, what are they going to do against the other countries? I don't know. I came up with some suggestions. I want to see what you guys think. And I sent it to Senator Paul Tonko, and he actually likes my ideas. He let me know he likes my ideas. So I'm actually going to try to get him on the show in the future. But we were discussing the fact that when somebody is scalping in large numbers of high dollar volume like this, they could be committing money laundering on eBay, Craigslist, or somewhere else, right? You sell for $1,000. It could just be clean washing funds from somewhere else. Also, the fact that scalping affects attachment rates on devices. We've seen that with PlayStation already, where scalpers have thousands of PlayStation 5s, and there's no attachment rates with lots of software or PSN or, the online stuff. And that, in turn, when it affects the company, it could affect the bottom line profits, the projected profits, which could essentially affect jobs at companies because they may cut or divert teams. It could affect actual jobs, and people don't think about the long picture of this. And then all of those indie devs that are making games for these systems, that scalpers are holding on to, they might not get as much sales as they thought they were going to get or as much support. And I think overall, in the long run, it can hurt when it becomes excessive. And you got guys like Jago, and you got moms and dads out there trying to get these consoles for the holidays, Christmas, whatever it may be, Hanukkah, and they can't get them. Scalpers have them all, and they're selling them $1,000, $1,500. So those were some suggestions I sent to Senator Tonko, and he did like them. So, what do you guys think? I mean, what do you think about scalping and these bots and competing with
Well,
these things?
real quick, let me throw out that it also affects us disabled gamers because, and I want to throw that out there. I can't go to a GameStop or a Best Buy or what. I could, but it's a major pain in the ass. I definitely can't do it on the fly. It has to be a planned trip, and I have to have stuff lined up. So these scalpers, I got real lucky this last year with the Series X, I'll admit that. But I was up early and I was trying, but I was about to give up because every other time I've tried this, be it with concert tickets or with merchandise, I lose out, and it's because of guys like these scalpers. You know, everybody, and one thing I want to say about the new legislation, it's actually an add-on bill to existing legislation that they're already doing for the sneaker guys and the ticket guys and all that stuff. Um, the hard part, let me just say, is enforcement. They've had this on the books for 5 years, and they're just now bringing the first lawsuit. I actually did some lookup on this stuff. Um, and so, and their budget for each year for this enforcement is 500 grand, which in government terms is a drop in the bucket. In other words, they're not putting a lot of resources toward this. I may also message Paul, what's his name, and bring up some of this stuff, saying this is the stuff that you guys need to look at. If you're going to make these laws, make them enforceable, or give. Let's have the resources to enforce it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Because
I sent him a solution to what you're saying, Paul. I actually
Oh,
have a
good.
solution for what you're saying. So one of
Yeah.
the solutions I sent to him, and let me know what you think about this, is that I said, if eBay give power to companies like eBay and Craigslist, if they see somebody selling more than 5 consoles at $1,000 a piece or high valued items, right? Hit up a flag in the system that allows us to report the seller to the IRS to be possibly flagged for an audit. Because if companies did that, because banks do that, if you deposit more than I think 10,000 a month, it hits a
Yeah.
SARS Act, right? And it's organized. They do the whole organized crime investigation, money laundering. So what if somebody's making $10,000 off consoles after post sales? Shouldn't they also be investigated like a bank would investigate a depositor? Because I
Yeah.
mean, that money's going through eBay. That money's going through whatever platform.
Yep. The hard part is to get eBay to enforce, because eBay, all they see it is money. That's why you'll see, even now, you still see for the pre-sale items, you'll still see stuff go up that they don't take down. And even their rules say those shouldn't be up there, but you report them and they're still there and they're still there and they're still there, because there's got to be. See, and some people don't like when I say this. The eBay and even the retailers that take in all these pre-sales and whatever and allow and it's not all their fault. Their systems are old. Some of their systems are 20, 25, 30 years old. And in order for them to catch some of this activity, it would have to be rewritten from the ground up, which is money they don't want to spend. So there's got to be a way to put pressure on them to say, look, we need you guys to do your part so that so that everything is more fair. Because I've actually thought everybody, and everybody's always like, Microsoft needs to, PlayStation needs to. So it's like, it's really not on them. They aren't in charge of each individual payment processor.
Yeah.
They're in charge of their storefronts, like Microsoft has their store, Sony has their store. But their push to get those changes made on their level stops there. Now, what they could do, and I think they should do, is say, okay, Target, you want to sell our consoles, you want to do pre-orders for release. We need you to make sure your systems will handle some of this. And if we don't see that it's going to do it up to our level of expectation, we're not going to give you any of these items for pre-sale. We'll push them through other sources. Because it's not like there's going to be a lack of places going, I don't know if I want to do pre-sales for the new Xbox. That's just not going to happen. So I think the pressure could be put on that way too. And I think that is where Microsoft needs to step in and put the pressure on the retailer, to put the pressure on their payment processors to do some of this.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, Xbox sent out emails to those accounts that didn't have an Xbox Series console yet to get one as a bundle.
They didn't send me one.
Yeah, but I don't know why I got two of them, and so did Stinkin', and I got mine almost like a week back to back, and so did Stinkin'.
I don't get it.
Talking that they were there and available. So that's how I got mine on Sunday. In fact, I got it 3 or 4 days after I got the email from them that I actually was able to get it. So I don't.
They send me $5 in my account, but won't send me an email invite to buy a Series X. That's just wrong.
Well, that's good because I never get the emails that they send everybody. So that's great. I'll take it. I'll take the $5 email for the chance to get the Series X. I don't get now. I don't get it till January 4th is when it comes in. I've already received the controller for it, and I've already received the digital code for the game for Battlefield. But if it comes in the 4th, it comes in the 4th. I know it's coming. I wish we could do that for everything. Why can't you just pre-order and get a date for it?
Yes, exactly.
This is your time. You ordered it. This is the date you're going to receive it. First come, first receive.
You don't know how many times I walked into GameStop like, can I just pre-order the thing? They're like, no. I'm like, why not? I don't care if it comes in 6 months from now. Just let me pre-order it. They're like, nope.
Yeah, just so I know it's coming.
Yeah, nope.
Shout out to 108 Dragons TV for the $5 super chat. Awesome panel. Thank you very much, brother. Also, I wanted to let you know, 108 Dragons, your donation is actually going to go to a fund that I'm setting up for Dizzy's son. I'm giving him some Christmas toys this year from my personal collection. So it's going to go towards shipping costs, which is, I can't thank you enough, man. That's where I'm putting all the super chats for the month of December. And I'm going to try to pick him up some Marvel stuff, some DC stuff, more gaming stuff as well. I've already have a whole large collection set aside for him, but I just wanted to have an awesome Christmas because Iron Lords has been like family, and I used to talk to Dizzy when he was going through stuff, and Dizzy was a good dude, and it's a shame what happened to him.
Yeah, it is. Hey, let me speak to Axel's comment in the chat. Now, realistic, less storefronts equals less eyes on products. It is not the same marketplace it was when the Saturn came out. We are a much more digital market than we used to be. Mm-hmm. You don't necessarily need all those storefronts, especially for something like the Xbox, because everybody knows it's there. Everybody knows it's coming. It's not, it's a different world. The marketplace is changing, and if you don't keep up with those changes, you get left behind. We're seeing it every day.
I'm not against somebody making a living if that's how you make your living, like you're a third-party seller. But when it comes to it comes to something that's hard to get, and you know why it's hard to get because the chip shortages are a thing. I don't think in this time, if it gets better, right now in the world we live in, I don't think you should be able to buy more than one. When you know this is a very, very sought after item. It kind of goes back to like the beginning of the pandemic when people were hoarding hand sanitizer and selling it for like 3 or 4 times the rate just to make bank when people really needed it, or toilet paper. There's got to be something done. Like I said, if we want in the world, that we're in now, I wouldn't care if they were like readily available in any store you walked into. I wouldn't care if some dude's buying 10,000 and selling them from his house. I don't care as long as I can go and get one myself, or most people that want them to get them themselves. But that's not how it's been playing out for over a year now.
No, and
I agree.
It's also the pricing. If they bought it and they turned around and sold it for retail price or maybe a little bit higher, it's fine.
I'm fine.
But doubling the price, come on.
Or tripling the price. Look at these Halo Infinite Series X's. They're going for $1,500. That's crazy.
Yeah, no.
I agree. But Jago, let me ask you something. If you were selling something, right, as a businessman, and you were just going, there you go, my product's on the market, and all of a sudden they were all sold, you'd be a happy guy. You wouldn't care.
Of course.
I'd be more mad that I didn't raise the price.
Of course.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? If you were the guy selling the stuff, if you had, the market share on toilet roll when the pandemic hit and all your toilet rolls sold, you'd be like, yes.
Oh, yeah. The fatter my bank account gets, the better. Yeah.
And that's why these businesses, they don't care, because guess what? Their product's sold. Whether it's scalpers or people like you and I have bought them, they've been paid for and bought. Who cares?
The only thing you can't do is call your local constituents and pass the message up, because we don't have, as local people, we don't have those type of lobbyists that are going to tell somebody else this is going to stop, because big
No,
business don't care
yeah.
because they're selling it regardless. They're still making money. Who they sell it to?
The main problem
My
too
point
See,
is
exactly. Yeah.
see, you guys are always saying that, but I don't necessarily agree with that. I think they're stuck in the same boat we're in. Oh, they may not care as much as we do, but I think they might a little bit. We can't say for sure they don't at all, but they're in the same boat we're in. How can what can we do to make it better? And like I was saying, it's not really in their hands directly to make it a better situation.
the main
Um,
one of the main problems, Paul, is that is you. Let's say I buy 50 X's from Amazon. And I'm a scalper. I turn back around and put those same X's I bought from Amazon back on Amazon as a third party seller, and I got the price tripled. My point
well, I
is,
know that's what,
The
but that's
percentage
where
for Amazon
that's
will.
where sites like Amazon and stuff do need to step in.
that's why where
Yeah.
I'm going with that. My point is these like Amazon and Walmart. Walmart's bad for it too. These places that allow these third party sellers to do this, they're just as much to blame for as the scalpers are.
Oh, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
Yeah.
and that's where the
For
idea I
allowing it.
had. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Adam. Eat it.
I was going to say, yeah, I agree with Jago. For those sites to allow those products to be sold at um, another 175% of the price,
Yes.
I agree. Yes, but you can't. I was trying to play devil's advocate a little bit there. That if you're a company and you're selling all your stock, you're in for a winner, aren't you? So
You know why they do it, because they're getting
Absolutely, yeah.
they're getting a part of that profit too.
yeah,
It's
And that-
all about the mighty dollar.
and Amazon are taking a percentage of
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
sold as well.
They
Walmart.
have the high they sell for. The only thing Amazon and them could do is you guys. I want to bring back Forza 5 because this is a perfect example, or Forza general, Forza 4. When you go put a car in the auction, you can only set it for so much further than what we
What
paid
it's
for,
worth.
what the
Yeah.
car was worth in the game.
Yeah.
So we'll take that as like the MSRP. So if the MSRP for the X Series X is $500, it could only be listed for 700 or a 25% more. Not 100% more, $1,000, but maybe 750. Down to $0. That's what they should do. They should have a scale way to put in there. They know what the MSRP is, and then they should be able to scale 20%, 15%, and not let it go above that.
Well, I was going to say this legislation, as well as the other, and all the scalping legislation that's already out there. The problem is, a lot of times it has no teeth because they don't enforce it. They
I will
they
say
they either don't have a means to enforce it, or they don't, or they choose not to.
I
Yeah.
will
Thank
say,
you, Lemon. Thank you
I-
so much, brother.
I will say this pandemic and the explosion of third party sellers because of the pandemic has brought to light a problem that needs to be fixed or remedied now more so than later, because it's only going to get worse the more time goes on.
Yes, you're 100% correct, because it may start with high dollar volume items like this, but then it might, let's say that food becomes scarce in a certain region or city because of like snow and supply strains. They
Yep.
could do the same thing with a can of beans and turn that thing into
Yeah.
like 200-300 bucks.
The perfect example, like I said earlier, was like when everybody was looking for hand sanitizer and everybody had bought it up and were selling it for ridiculous prices, when hospitals and nursing homes and regular people were just trying to keep away from the Rona. In their
Yeah,
hands. Yeah.
you're 100%
Oh.
correct there, man.
Or toilet paper. You'd be amazed what I
Yes.
had to stretch and
Yes.
sell my.
Paul's out of underwear now because he had to use them all during the pandemic.
Well, as funny as that sounds, because I depend on mail order like Amazon or whatever, when they run out of stuff, I got screwed.
Yep.
It's like, okay, what am I gonna do? Oh, now I get to pay for the extra for the handy wipes, for the baby wipes that cost
Yep.
me 4 times
Yep.
as much as a roll of toilet paper.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
You laugh, but it hurt
It's
me
true.
financially to just be able
Absolutely.
to wipe my butt.
Oh,
Seriously,
yeah.
I mean,
Look, my wife works at Walmart, and we could barely get toilet paper, Paul, at that time. It was crazy.
yeah.
And I mean, I'm not trying to say that companies should invade people's privacy, right? I'm not trying to say that companies should
No.
become overbearing, but what
No.
I'm trying to say is that, in a sense, if they, they're trying to sell something, so they're making profit off it, and they're not,
Yeah.
they want to stay on the side of being neutral. So what they can do is the government can make that law, like they did with the banks with the SARS Act, is that if someone deposits 10,000, it could be money laundering to report it, and the banks get an incentive, right? Because otherwise, the banks, they would have no reason to report it. They love that $10,000, right?
Of
But
course.
they get incentives, and tax breaks and different things for doing things like this with the cooperating with the government. So why not, if somebody's selling, so many consoles, like 100 or 1,000, whatever it is, have eBay and Amazon give them some type of incentive to hit the flag button,
Yes.
just like banks do, and say, listen, this
Yep.
is a little out of hand. Something suspicious going on. There's
Yep.
nobody that can afford 10,000 PlayStation 5s and hold them in a warehouse. Like, no normal person could afford that. That's either some type of shell corporation,
Yep.
something
Yep.
suspicious,
Yep.
or some type of money laundered. And
Yep.
and give the companies an opportunity to report that properly. But the way to do that is incentives, because companies love tax breaks. Now, by doing that, the companies will cooperate, and then on top of that, the people that are committing these heinous acts, they're going to be held accountable, just like in the late 80s and the 90s with all the narcos and stuff. They were held accountable when they were caught money laundering. The government took that money, put it back into the economy, or the banks put it into bonuses for their employees, or however they did it. And companies could do the same thing for their employees and give it back to the economy, give it to charities, whatever it is. But there needs to be some incentive for companies to say, hey, I want to cooperate with this. Otherwise, they're just going to be like, no, I want to take the money. I'm not going to
Well,
hit that flag button.
private corporations like Walmart and all these big retailers, I mean, they don't have to do anything, because they're not government run or owned. But the only way you'll get them to make changes is by greasing the wheels, which is sad, with what? More money.
Right. Because the thing is, a lot of these corporations, they have rules in place that we see that they don't enforce.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yes.
Those guidelines are there. They just choose not to enforce them.
Yeah. I mean, look how long, and not to throw a little bit off topic, but it's kind of similar, right? Look in the 80s when the government's cracking down on minors buying certain beverages or certain types of items that they were not allowed to legally buy in the state, right? Like, companies and 7-Elevens or whatever, the chain stores, the small little gas stations, the employee personally didn't really care until the government came in and started sending undercover teams and said, "Oh, we caught you. Now your company's fined and you personally are fined." That's when they started caring. Otherwise, they would have just kept selling whatever they could because it's money. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
they need some type of. I hate to say it. I don't want to over enforce either, because I don't
Right.
think
You
that's
don't want
always.
government overreach, because that's a whole nother issue.
No, we
Yeah.
don't need Big Brother. No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No.
But we just need a small little incentive for the eBays and the Craigslist
And
and the
Walmarts
Amazons and the
Amazon, yeah.
Walmarts, just to say, hey, something is going on here. Take a look, and we'll work together on this. And once they catch a few people that are big enough, that will scare all the little guys away from doing it.
Yes, exactly. Hmm.
All they got to do is make an example of 2 or 3 of them, and that's it. And though it'd be all over the news. Oh, so and so is caught selling this. Hefty
Yep.
fines, $1 million in fines or whatever. Even though they'll probably never pay that fine over time, it's just
As long as it stops them from doing it, that's all that matters.
another.
That's enough. You just need a deterrent there.
Look
Lemon
at
brings-
Dragon Super Chat, because this is a very valid point.
Yes, this is another good point. Fake credit cards. Yes, there are some people frauding companies to get items, and they deliver them to fake addresses, or they deliver to homes that are being developed.
Yep.
That has been a notorious scam for years, since the early days of the internet, and it still goes on to this very day.
Yep.
And that is a fact. And especially with identity theft as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So very, very good
Good
point.
point, Lemon.
Pixel says he is the law. Well, Pixel, I'm glad to hear that. I know.
Pixel Dread. Pixel Slapper Dread.
Yeah.
I am the law.
So I know Pixel said he sold something on eBay for like $2,000, 2,000 pounds, or whatever the British currency is. And I'm bad with this. Forgive me, animated evil. I know that sometimes I speak British, but I don't understand the economy. Right, mate?
Fine, yeah.
Oh, here we go again.
So Yes. So in your situation, Pixel, though, I mean, you had a rare item, and it probably was worth that much. So you're okay. Like you're not one of these
If
guys out there with modern day retail MSRP items and jacking it up.
if you
You
were
had something.
if he were selling 1,000 of them, then we'd have a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. We'd want to know what storage locker you bid it on.
Yeah, yeah.
Anybody else have anything they want to add to this?
I just say this: there needs to be reform, some kind of change or reform now. Like I said earlier, before it gets worse, and on normal everyday things become scarce, and we use in our daily lives, and it goes down that dirty dark path.
Yep.
Game Buffet, thank you for checking us out, man. Type in ! Halo to enter the contest. Infinite is giving away a certified signed
Buffett?
copy of Cortana.
Screw
Flash
it,
Tag
Infinite.
Infinite. Let them see what they're getting.
I'll do it too.
We've had Gonna Be a Fight. We've had him on Retro Renegades quite a few times. Let's see if I can bring
Look
up
at
my
that.
camera.
Look at that.
That coming up
Beautiful.
clear?
That's schmexy.
Yep.
For real, for real.
Did you get her to sign that in person, Infinite?
No.
No. You bought it.
That
What,
restraining
somewhere,
order wasn't.
Yeah, I got a good friend out in Texas that does some stuff for the monthly boxes,
Oh yeah.
and he sends me extra stuff that he gets every now and again.
Nice.
Yeah, good friend.
Infinite has friends in high places. Don't let him fool you.
Well, his
Yeah.
name is Infinite, so
Yeah, he's infinitely out there.
There you go. So I get stuff every now and again, extra surplus, shit like that. It's not bad. It's a pretty good gig. I give him nothing in return. It sometimes makes me feel bad, but
But the feeling goes away. No.
it does. It
Very
does.
true.
It does. It absolutely does. Yeah, so they get stuff like mass signed, and then they have Beckett authenticate it in a mass. Each thing that I have authenticated by Beckett has its own serial number on and everything, and it's stamped on there. It's pretty good, pretty legit.
We're about
Very
to
cool.
roll the giveaway, so everybody who wants to enter.
There we
You know,
go.
Graphic God, you can enter too.
Yeah, type in !Halo graphic god. Same with you. Too much food.
I typed it in just for craps and giggles, but whatever.
Nightbot will choose the winner, so don't get mad at me. Get mad at Nightbot. Once I hit roll it, can I show my screen so you can see when I roll it?
It'll tell us in the chat when you roll it. I think. You want it? Isn't it? Don't you have your Nightbot link to your chat?
We're gonna roll it once. Are we gonna roll it a certain amount of times and pick that winner, or is it the first time goes?
First time goes.
All right.
Whoever's lucky on that first roll.
Let's see.
Yeah, like that.
And
Jay.
also,
Very good.
just DM Clowns or I your address and your contact information.
Graphic God, I don't see you. I don't see it. I don't see you yet.
Yeah,
in the
give it a
contact.
second to populate. Yeah.
Try with a capital H. Maybe it's a capital H. Maybe this thing's picky. I'm just looking at it. I see, okay, Game Buffet's in there.
See, Game Buffett got in there, so Halo did the same thing. It should have worked. So
Yeah, and on the back, not only is there a sticker on there with the serial number on this side, but on the back side, there's a certificate as well. It's inside the plastic. It has the same serial number on it, and then who
Nice.
appraised it or authenticated the signature. So it's about $50 to authenticate them. You got to pay for postage, you got to pay for them to do it, and then you got to pay for insurance, and you got to pay for the return.
Jay, you just type it once. If you type it like that, I don't know what happens.
That's extra entries, he said.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's not like Warren Buffett. It's Buffet. I'm sorry. I get my.
I say Buffett too. I say
get it
Buffett all the time.
I get it all mixed up. I do.
Yeah.
that's like keeping appearances. Bucket. It's a bouquet.
I've never heard anybody say Warren Buffet. I've never heard anybody say
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, it's Warren Buffet. Maybe his girlfriend and wives, but hey.
Yeah.
Great, that'd
All
be
right,
a
we'll bring it
great
back
name
in
for the
again.
restaurant
Sorry,
in the
boys.
Yeah, great name for the restaurant in the Florida Keys, the Warren Buffet. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Shit.
Okay, except you'd have that darn margarita song playing 24/7.
Yeah. Uh,
Can I? How do I? No, I can't. I want to show the screen. Can I bring a screen in here?
You should have a share screen button, dude. Yeah.
Uh. Oh, there it is.
it's like, don't ask me. I'm lucky if I can turn my PC on. Jesus.
Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Maybe let's do this so everybody.
Others didn't get in that?
I don't
Zach
know why
was dead didn't get in that?
No.
Man.
Graphic
Damn,
God.
crazy Greek dude.
Why are you not in it, Graphic God?
Stinking? Why are you in there, buddy?
He is. I see Stinking Corpse right at the bottom.
Oh, I thought they had to be pointed or
No,
pinned.
yeah, they have to be seen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't want to force anybody in it that doesn't want to do it.
You take this prize and you like
Yeah. Yeah.
it.
Take this raffle ticket. I swear to God.
You kind of sound like the Godfather right then, Paul. Your father, you can't have your views.
J! Exclamation point. Capital HALO.
That's how I did it. I did it the one time.
Somebody say JELLO.
Corp said he has enough stuff. He being honest.
Axel says he's driving. Is he in the? I saw him do it too. I saw him do the exclamation
there
point.
we go. There we go. Okay.
Is Axel in there as well? Yep,
Yeah,
Axel, you're
Axel's
in.
in.
You're good.
Axel's in
Everybody's in.
All right, everybody's in. I had to click a button. I'm sorry, guys.
Am I in?
Yes,
Make sure you
yes,
put
yes.
eligibility to the users and regulars.
Yeah,
Okay, I see you did
You're at
there.
the very top, animated.
I don't know if that
Of
matters or
course.
not.
As always, that's where I should be, right?
Oh, maybe not.
You know it, Jago.
I made him
think
click the wrong thing.
This just shows.
There we go.
This just
Gotcha,
shows
yeah,
who
yeah.
enters. So I had to select mods to show everybody that's entered because I guess
There you go.
Graphic God's on a mod level. Sorry, Graphic God. That was all me. It wasn't you. That was all me. Shizma's laughing.
Cross is averted.
Yes, yeah. Canada is safe, and you are safe. All right. Dun dun dun. Can I get a drum beat? Can anybody?
Oh,
get a
wait.
drum?
We could do channel member luck too in regular luck. Man, we'll have to figure that. We'll have to remember that. Next one.
I can't do. Who was that?
Yeah, I don't think I don't have a drum roll on my.
You don't have a
soundboard.
drum roll?
I think
What
so.
do I got?
Hurry up! I can't keep this up.
Hey.
That's not a drum roll. That's a rim shot.
Well, that Shizna had just posted animated always on top. Wait, and then you're like, perfect timing. Perfect timing, Paul. Whether you meant to do it or not, perfect timing.
Anybody want to do a countdown? 3, 2, 1 in the chat. Make this suspenseful. As the 4G TV logo takes up my whole square.
Infinite's doing it now. 3, 2, 1, go.
3, 2, 1, go.
-1.
Wow!
Pixel
Well,
slapper.
you guys see the winner.
Pixel slapper.
There we go.
Yes,
Pixel
brother.
flapper.
Did Pixel stop enter? I thought he said he didn't want it.
No,
He did.
All right.
Nightbot has announced the winner. Pixel.
Holler at me on Xbox, and I'll get your information to you.
Well done, dude. Congratulations.
Congrats.
So, Paris has announced that we are also doing a major giveaway later on this month. So stay tuned for that. We have some interviews coming up on the channel. Megan and I hope I said her last name correctly because I'm bad at this. Huang, I think is correct. The correct pronunciation. She's Dark Horse Marvel comic artist. We have Leslie Burzins. She was in a lot of different video games as voices. She's coming on December 13th, and we're working on some other interviews as well as we speak. So there's always going to be more. We strive for that. I'm gonna try to get some politicians on talking about the anti-scalping law that they're trying to pass. I think
Just,
gonna reach
just,
out to their
just have some,
press secretaries.
just have some more Marvel trivia and let me know when to show it.
Oh yeah, Jago never missed the beat on that one. He's like, "What? You guys don't know the answer? I've seen every Marvel movie there is."
I pretty much have seen every Marvel movie at least 10 times. Some of my
Wow,
favorite
big
ones.
fan, Jago.
Yes, sir.
Big fan, Jago, right?
I actually got my wife to love Marvel movies. She loves them just as much as me now. So I can always sit. I can always sit down if there's nothing to watch. I can turn on Disney Plus and turn on a Marvel movie, and I'm good.
Well, this is the star point on you guys, the starlight point on you guys. That's where I put you guys on the spot.
Let's do it.
You ready for this?
I don't know. Is it gonna hurt?
Let's start in order.
It's gonna hurt.
It could hurt. Yeah. Animated Evil, where can we find you?
You can find me here on a Thursday at 4GQ TV. The best place to find me really is on Twitter at animated_evil or on my Twitch account, animatedevil857. I do various things, but if you want to join on to my Twitter and find out where I am, what I'm doing, Twitter is the best place to find me. Again, that is animated_evil on Twitter. You'll find out exactly what I'm doing, where, when, whatever, and all that good stuff. There you go.
Thank you. Infinite, where can we find you?
As always, here on Thursday nights, Tuesday at 7 o'clock on Retro Renegades. That's it. Catch me on Twitter as well. Same name, EFMIN3T. Say that 10 times fast.
No, sir.
No, I'm good. Thanks, man.
Cerebral Paul, the celebrity of the panel who's been in multiple magazines.
Yeah.
Congrats,
We're not
Paul.
worthy. We're not worthy.
We're not worthy, Paul. We're not worthy.
We have a celebrity on Retro Renegades now. Yes.
Yes.
If you're wondering what they're talking about, if you go to my Twitter, one, you'll see that I'm the community champion, Xbox ambassadors, community champion of the week spotlight. You can also find, aside from here, you can find me on Sundays at Good Morning Xbox, Tuesdays at Retro Renegades, and that's about it right now. So there you go.
I had to cue that celebrity music for you, Paul. That moment, the harp.
I'm just glad I was a little shorter than normal.
Do you know what? That's what happens when he comes into a room. Every time he comes in, it's like Paul's here.
Should we do that next Xbox party?
Paul has arrived.
Oh, there we
Paul
go.
has arrived. Did it the same voice as a big exclusive girl? Paul has arrived.
Has arrived.
I love it.
Premiere.
Great
Paul
job,
has
Animated.
arrived. Jago, where can we find you, man?
Tuesday nights at 7
Under a
p.m.
rock.
Well, yes,
Oh.
that too sometimes. It's warm under there. Anyway. Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern time with Infinite and Cerebral Paul and the other 12,000 Retro Renegades members we have. And you can follow me at Jago Kukin at Retro Renegades on Twitter. And I'm same name on Xbox, so same avatar. Add me.
Yep, awesome.
So now you can block him everywhere. No.
Yeah.
Well, you can't block Paul everywhere because you see him everywhere.
That's right.
Well, everyone, thank you for coming out. And like I said, all month long, we're going to try to do giveaways. I'm also going to try to raise money for Dizzy's son. And Paris has a big holiday thing planned as well, and we have interviews coming up. So see you guys next time, and thank you for hanging out with us, man. It's been a great show with everyone. Thank you.
Later, guys.
Let us.
See you later, guys. Thank you very
Thanks
much
for coming out,
having me.
everybody.